Barnaby Phillips is live for us in St Petersburg. Barnaby, are we going to see a showdown between the U.S. and Russia over Syria, despite all the other issues that should be the focus of the G20?
It's possible, although obviously I hope, or the diplomats would hope rather, that it wouldn't be choreographed in that way. But nonetheless, you're right that there are two clear opposite camps, if you like, and they are gathered around their respective poles. And in the majority, you have the Russian hosts and most of the leaders here who have concerns to varying degrees about the use of force against the Syrian government that does not have the backing of the United Nations Security Council. And those would include leaders who are by no means close to Vladimir Putin, or certainly by no means close to President Assad in Syria. So there would be, quotes, Western governments, Germany, Italy, Japan, South Korea, for instance, who would have those concerns. There would also be emerging countries, if you like, places like South Africa, Brazil, India, Indonesia. And then you have the American camp, if I can call it that. They have the backing, undoubtedly, of the French, the Turkish, the Saudis. They have the moral backing, at least, of the British, although we know the British won't participate in any military action. So that does leave the Americans with some pretty tough persuading to do in quite a tight time frame, if you like, if they are to win more governments over to the legality of what they propose to do, a proposed attack on President Assad's forces in Syria.
At this point, Barnaby, does it look like there's any scope for common ground between the US and Russia?
No, it doesn't, in a word. I mean, you can never say never in diplomacy, and stranger things have happened, but they do seem a long way apart. I know that a senior member of the Duma was tweeting that there wouldn't be a meeting between the two men simply because they can't possibly agree. As Peter said in his package, the background is that for 2 years Russia and America have been found it totally impossible to find common ground on Syria, and there's no real reason to think that anything has changed at this point in time.
Barnaby, thanks very much. Barnaby Phillips, live for us from St. Petersburg.